Good morning, students. This is JVN Brijesh Kumar Yadav, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I welcome to all of you in my digital class. Students, I have prepared this lecture for MSc Botany first semester. Subject name is, paper name is Microbiology and topic is yeast. Students, before this class, we have studied fungi, bacteria, protozoans, and one was orientation class so far. Okay, in orientation class, that was the first class where we have seen what are the units of microbiology syllabus. Okay, there were, let me remember you, there were three units, and each unit has particular topics along with that practical works. In theory, we have already divided, and so far we have completed that much, and today's topic is yeast. Okay, so this yeast is the basically part of fungi. It's a kind of fungus. So in fungi I have already discussed, but that was not in detail, and more than that you will find in your mycology paper. There is a mycology paper in your MSc first semester which will be dealing by other faculty, where you will study about fungi, that is mycology. Study of fungi is known as mycology, study of fungi. So where you will find so much information, but students, for time being here you will focus only on brief informations. Okay, so let's start with general characteristics of yeast. Yeast are eukaryotic single-celled microorganisms. Students, please keep in your mind, this is the only fungus which is unicellular. Okay, rest of them are multicellular. The definition of fungus I have explained that they are heterotrophic, microscopic eukaryotes, unlike to bacteria which is prokaryotic, but that is also unicellular, but fungi are multicellular. But out of these, one exception is there, that is yeast. The botanical name is, scientific name is Saccharomyces. There are many species are there, that is different thing, but at least generic name you should remember, that is Saccharomyces. Okay, so this Saccharomyces yeast is microscopic organism. That's why, students, this group has been placed in the syllabus of microbiology. This is the part of study of microbiology because they are microscopic organisms. Irrespective they are eukaryotic or prokaryotic, unicellular or multicellular, but ultimately they are single celled, microscopic. That's why they are placed in the study in microbiology. Okay, the size 3 to 4 micrometer, reproduce asexually by mitosis and usually show budding. Okay, their reproduction is very unique. About life cycle you will study in detail in your mycology class, but here only brief idea. Suppose somebody is asking how yeast reproduce, you can tell them by asexual and vegetatively, that is budding. Okay, ability to ferment sugar for production of ethanol. It has so many abilities, we will see in economic importance. They are usually unicellular, we have already discussed, and exist as colonies and used in baking processes. Okay, so it has many more economic importance in food industry. Okay, food processing, many applications are there. Next, budding yeast referred as a true yeast, which is the member of phylum Ascomycota and order Saccharomyces tails. These systematic position terms you might be knowing, and you people will study in mycology class, but here as a microbiology student you must know some of the brief of microbiology, that yeast. Then minimum growth of yeast lies between 0.88 and 0.99. Optimum temperature for the growth of yeast lies between 25 to 30 degree. Acid environment will be there, that is pH ranges 4.5 to 6 will favor the growth of yeast. Since they are microorganisms, in practical you can grow them in laboratory. Yeast can be grown in particular media, in particular pH and particular range of temperature. Okay, now something about ecology of yeast. Where yeast found, what are the habitats of? So yeast are very common in the environment and isolated from sugar rich materials. Examples include naturally occurring yeast on the skin of fruits and berries and exudates from plants. Students, the most important habitats of yeast, Saccharomyces, are sugar rich material. Okay, sugar rich material, most of them are bread. You might have noticed during rainy season that bread get converted into blackish powder, blackish brownish. That is nothing but because of infection of fungus, especially yeast. Some yeast are found in association with soil and insects. Yeast, along with Candida albicans, Rhododendula, Torulopsis, and Trichosporon, have been found living in between people toes as a part of their skin flora. Students, one more interesting fact regarding to yeast: they also found in human body along with other fungus. Okay, and those fungi are Candida, Torulopsis. These two are most important. Okay, another fact: yeast are also found in the gut flora of mammals and some insects, and even deep sea environment host as an array of yeast. Students, you are saying that yeast also found in deep sea environment flora of the human being and mammals. A black yeast has been recorded as a partner in a complex relationship between and their naturalist mutualist. There is a mutual relationship between them, a fungal parasite of the fungus and bacterium that kill the parasites. Okay, yeast has a negative effect on the bacteria that normally produce antibiotics to kill parasites, so may affect the ant health by allowing the parasite to spread. They allow the spread of parasites. Then some common usage of yeast. First one is, there are so many applications I have already told during that microbiology class. Here some of the important common usage of yeast. First one is bread. The most common use of yeast has been in the making of bread. We are having this bread daily, that is formed because of with the help of yeast. The yeast reacts with oxygen and helps leaven bread or make it rise. Alcoholic drinks, browning wines and beer has also used yeast for centuries to ferment the mixture to make it alcoholic. All the fermented material is implied by yeast. Non-alcoholic drinks, root beers, and other soft drinks use yeast to add flavor, but the fermentation process is stopped before the drink become alcoholic. This means the drinks are much sweeter than their alcoholic counterparts and contain more carbon dioxide. Okay, so yeast also used in making up non-alcoholic drinks. In biofuel, how yeast helps? Most recently, yeast has been used in the production of biofuels. This is because the yeast turns sugar into ethanol, which can be used as a diesel substitute in vehicles. So, in this way, yeast can be used as a biofuel. Now, yeast as a probiotics, many of the probiotic drinks available now use yeast as a supplement. Many vegetarians use yeast as a common most supplement due to low protein and vitamin amounts in their normal diets. Yeast extract. Yeast can also be processed to create yeast extract. This is the used in the variety of food products such as Marmite and Vegemite. Yeast also used in research where lot of revolutionary experiment has been conducted on yeast, and right now experiments are going on. Okay, so these are the applications of yeast. We have seen what are yeast, where they found, and what are the benefits of yeast. So students, today we have finished our class. If you have any query, please send me your query in comment box so I can resolve. Thank you very much.